I'm Mike, N2MAK, and Christmas came early for me this year. My club, the Rochester Amateur Radio Association, does an auction every November, and I brought 3 great items, but I also learned a lesson the hard way. Let me tell you all about it. All right, here's my haul from the rah-rah auction. I started off, the first item I purchased was the LDG AT1000 Pro2. This is a 1,000-watt auto tuner. This is totally overkill for somebody like me that goes out and does POTA activations using 1 watt. I don't have an amplifier. I do have the 705 and I've got a 7300. But I could not pass up the deal. This was an absolute steal. I'm not going to say how much I got it for because it's almost a crime how low it is. But this is going to come in handy though. I've already used it. For the first time I was able to do 100-watt POTA activation using a Ribicoff antenna. Normally I'd have to put the Icom 7300 into emergency mode to get an enhanced tuner, but that would limit power to 50 watts. More than enough, but this will let me do some experimentation with a whole host of non-resonant random wire antennas. But what's really cool is this has 2 antenna ports. And so that's going to be really neat for testing out antennas. I can't wait to use that feature more. Another thing too, just to keep in mind when you're looking at antenna tuners, is they're probably going to have a power rating of 100 or 125 watts, or obviously less if it's QRP, but the digital, I'd have to look up how much this can take digital for FT8, but it's going to have no problems if I want to run 100 watts FT8 with it. So that's really cool. I'm excited about that. The next item that I purchased at the auction is this Alinco DJ 296 HT. Now, it did not come with the signal stick antenna, but it did come with the original antenna and a smiley antenna as well. This HT is monoband for 1.25 meters. Yeah, I know, crazy. But I love using 220 when I go out to do POTAs and SOTAs during the VHF contest. I wish it was more active, but we have an active VHF group in Western New York and Southern Ontario, so it's not difficult to go out on contest weekends and make contacts on 220. So I figured this will be fun. I have a Btec Triband, which is the modified Baofeng UV5R, but it does 1.25 meters. I had it tested at Hamvention and was disappointed that it didn't pass. Not surprised, but a little disappointed. That said, this will give me a really cool and clean radio that I can do 220 with. In addition to both antennas that it came with, it also came with one of these battery packs that I can put AA batteries into. So nice to have for a backup. Lastly, and this was a last-minute purchase, but I am so glad that I made it, is this honkin' beast of a radio. Let me whip this out. This is the Icom IC 32 AT, okay? This is from the late 80s, early 90s, and it's a dual band HT. I absolutely love like the look of this, the retro tech and feel like, you know, growing up as, you know, in the 80s and the 90s. This is something that certainly speaks to me. It did not come with the signal stick either. It did come with the original, and this cute little thing is something else, the original Icom dual band antenna. But I'm really excited about this for one particular reason. It is full duplex. Now, it's only got 20 memory channels, but it's full duplex. And this might be neat to try and work satellites with. In addition to the little antenna, it came with original speaker mic and this really cool carrying case. It does have a belt loop on it. But yeah, no, I'm really excited about this, and I tested out the other night using the MobiLink TNC 4 that I have. I was able to do WinLink and APRS from this as well, which is just wild, thinking that this thing is that old, but with new tech, it's just as capable. So I'm definitely excited to be using this more. N2 RPG, Fred, thanks for coming back to me. How's it going?
They're going great over here. How are you doing?
I am doing very well. I am just playing around with this old HT. It's a Icom IC 32 AT. It's from like the late 80s, early 90s.
That's fantastic. You're coming in nice and clear on it.
Both radios work great, but here's where I learned my lesson. They both powered on and they worked fine at the auction, but the batteries are old. These are like the old nickel metal hydrides, and they just weren't holding a charge. Like, you could make a brief QSO and then it would just die out. So, you know, on top of the money I paid for them at the auction, which wasn't much, I had to go buy new batteries. That said, I'm really excited to use both of these radios, and I'm blown away by the deal I got on the tuner. This is some really fun gear that I'm looking forward to using.
Get a Yagi for that thing, and then you'll really have some fun. Alrighty, glad I could help you out. Take care. Good to talk to you. Look forward to more POTUs with you, and have a good evening and a good holiday season coming up. N2MAK, KA2ENE 73.
But wait, there's one more thing before I go. I have to say thank you so much to the viewers and those that have supported my channel. Next month in January, it'll be a year since I started doing this, and I'm absolutely blown away. I just hit 1,000 subscribers. I never would have thought that this was possible when I started doing it. So I just want to say thank you so much. Ham radio is fun. I'm having an absolute blast doing this, and it feels good to help others learn and enjoy the hobby. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't yet, click like and subscribe to my channel. If you got a comment or question, leave it down below. I'm Mike, N2MAK 73.